Last week we hit 40,000 subscribers, and in celebration of that milestone, I reached out to you over social media and asked you to submit your questions to me. Ask me anything. Let's get started. Question number 1 is, what is your favorite anime? Very easy to answer, Death Note. Hands down, not even a question in my mind. How did you start editing videos and how long did it take you to earn your first cent with it? Very easily. I started completely by accident. Made a video, fell in love with the video creation process, found out I really loved editing, kept practicing, eventually started doing it for others. Very first paid gig was a color correction gig where I had to color match 2 shots because they were shot at different points in the day. It was a fun gig. What's the site you visit the most for common templates, tips, and etc.? I use Motion Array and Mixkit for templates. I use the Davinci Resolve Community Discord server for tips. And for anything else, I typically just do a Google search or watch YouTube videos. All right, next we've got a multiple part question from Leela, who says, I'm always interested to learn about someone's pre-production process. Hey, me too. What does it look like for you? I come up with the idea, I qualify the idea using TubeBuddy, meaning I do SEO, and then I do the thumbnail, and then I gather any assets I'm gonna need, especially if it's a tutorial like stock footage or music or whatever, and then once I've gathered everything and organized it, I do the video. How do you come up with ideas? I have no idea. I have no brainstorming process. Sometimes I'm doing an edit and I come across something that I think will make a good tutorial. Sometimes I'm watching somebody else's video and think, hey, I could do that in Davinci Resolve. Sometimes I'm just walking along or sitting on the toilet. Really, there is no process. My brain is kind of chaos in a blender. Do you use an app or website to organize video ideas? Absolutely. Their name is Taskade, and they just so happen to be the sponsor of today's video. Taskade is a simple, easy to use app that allows me to brainstorm ideas, manage projects, and organize tasks all from one location. The best part about it, it's completely free, and it's available for Android and iPhone and desktop and just all the places, so I can get to my projects wherever I am. Taskade has a ton of really cool features, like a calendar view so I can see what videos are coming up, and the ability to change the way that I'm viewing my project. So if it makes more sense to look at it like a mind map, I can do that, or a checklist, or an organizational chart. However it makes sense to my brain, that's how I can view it. There's also a ton of really cool collaborative features, like the ability to add other people to my projects, the ability to chat and leave notes, and the ability to video call right from within the app, which is super, super awesome. Lately, I've been using Taskade to keep track of all my video projects, whether they be for YouTube or my freelance work. So if that sounds like something that you could use, make sure you click the link in the description below and check out Taskade today. All right, last part of Leela's question. Do you script videos entirely or just bullet points? I used to script my videos, but there was very little energy and I lost some of my personality. So we went back to bullet points, and sometimes I just wing it. Next question comes from my friend Darren Moston, who asks, what are your best time-saving features in Resolve? I have 3. First, master timeline, so I can color grade a master clip and everything's graded once I put it into a regular timeline. 2 is power grade, so I can save my color grades and just drag and drop them onto new clips. And 3 would have to be audio presets. Next question, have you considered making a second channel? I have. I don't have the bandwidth for it, so probably not gonna happen until I have a staff to do the editing and manage the business side of things. What programs do you keep on your laptop? Honestly, not much. I have Davinci Resolve, I think I have Affinity Photo, and I have the Switch Take app. If you have no idea what that is, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell because I'm gonna be doing a full review in the near future. It looks kind of like this and it's absolutely amazing. What are your favorite add-ons or plugins? I've got quite a few actually. For color grading, we've got Film Convert Nitrate and Cinematch. For audio, we've got the Proximity EQ from Sonable, the Fast Compressor from Focusrite, and the Era 5 bundle from Acusonus. Also, Cinematch is coming to Windows, which I'm really, really excited about. I backed them on Kickstarter, so that will probably become one of my favorite plugins ever. Editing on Davinci ISO projects from Atom Mini Pro ISO. I don't have an Atom Mini Pro ISO, so I've never worked with those projects. Minimum PC specs for editing and color grading Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K footage. Go to the Davinci Resolve website, take a look at the minimum spec requirements. If you have more than that, then you should be good because RAW is not as compressed, which means you don't need as much power to decode and interpret the footage. Wondering if you've got a speed editor for Davinci Resolve 17? I do not, but I really want one. Hey Jay, give us an advice on how to be happy, also how to succeed in this audio-visual career. Great question, and it's actually the same answer for both. You need to figure out what happiness means for you. You need to take a look at where you are now, and then you need to figure out how to get from A to B. Same thing with success. Figure out what success means to you, figure out where you are, then figure out how to get from A to B. But I will say this, that process, whether it be for happiness or success, feels a lot more complicated than it actually is. All right, we got one more question, but real quick, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for 40,000 subscribers. I can't believe I get to wake up and do this for a living. So thank you guys, because it really is all because of you. I wouldn't be here without literally each and every one of you. So with that, the last question comes from my good friend Josh Haynes, who says, do you know the Muffin Man? Which is a silly question because I am the Muffin Man.